Hello and welcome to this video and to another day in Edinburgh. Today we are taking advantage of some of the Fringe shows. We have 2 walking tours booked through the Fringe website and I think 2 comedy shows today that we're planning on going to. I'm not sure how much of those I'll be able to share with you because obviously a lot of the times these kind of things they don't want you to share and we're in it for other people, but you know, I will do my best to show you as much as I can, as always. And the weather today is looking much better, less rain compared to yesterday. If you haven't seen my last video from Edinburgh, I'll link that up here and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about, because it rained an awful lot yesterday. And that made filming quite difficult. But yeah, as I say, so we've got a spooky morning with a walking tour around the graveyard and then the 1700 volts. Not really sure what that is yet, but we'll find out. And then an afternoon of comedy, hopefully. Funny comedy that we'll laugh at. So yeah, it should be good. Weirdly, on Monday and Tuesday this week, it's 2-for-1 tickets on numerous things across the Fringe, which again is what we've taken advantage of today. It seems to be only these 2 days. We are at the beginning of the Fringe. I don't know if it's a normal thing, but there we go. I should probably add that I've never been to Edinburgh or the Fringe before, so I don't know if this year's Fringe is much the same or vastly different, because obviously we're coming hopefully towards the end of COVID and stuff, certainly to the restrictions, and they've made it into a sort of hybrid-y online in-person experience, which, as I say, I don't know how like previous years that is. Right, Pete's just headed into the shower, which you might be able to hear now, so I'm going to leave you for the time being and I will show you what I can. Come along for the ride.
I never dreamed that I loved somebody like you. I never dreamed that I knew somebody like you.
So I were just up here by the castle. I thought I'd give you an update on the day. Pete's going to now sit alongside of me. So we went on the graveyard tour and the vaults tour this morning. I took a few little clips of the graveyard, but nothing of the vaults. Pete took a few pictures, so I might add them in as I'm talking now. But you know, basically both telling you of sort of the grim, spooky side of the city. I personally preferred the graveyard because you got more of the stories and less of the we're trying to spook you out and, you know, tell you that you're going to get haunted by ghosts element. But the vaults were interested in themselves. I mean, I don't know if you can see behind me, but Edinburgh is set on multiple layers, so it's quite interesting to see some of the layers that you wouldn't normally. Thoughts, Mr. Thompson?
Yes. It's pretty good.
Is that it? Is that all we're getting?
No, it's pretty good.
That's all we're getting. We then went...
Put me on the spot, first say.
Well, it's obvious what we're talking about. You could have formed a thought. You might have already had a thought. You're here. You might want to share yours too. We then went for lunch at a place called Pigs. Again, Pete took some photos, so I'll add those in. But we had a meat and cheese sharing platter, some croquettes and some truffle fries, all of which were very nice. I bet he has a thought on the food.
Well, I'm going to not give a thought now to show you up. The fries are very good.
See, told you, thought on the food. So that was really nice. And then we went to our first show. It was a bit... What's the word I'm looking for?
Amateurs.
Not amateur. Basically, everything went wrong from the beginning and they couldn't claw it back. And the comedians that they had, it was sort of an improv-y kind of show. The comedians that they had just didn't really gel with what was going on today. I'm sure if you went on another day it would be much better. But yeah, and as I say, now we've wandered up to have a look at the castle. I think I've mentioned in the previous video, which if I haven't already linked it, I'll link it up here, where I explained that we left it too late, so we didn't actually get any tickets to go and see the castle, but we are up here on the mound to look at the outside and the view. So let's go and show you that. Someone explained to me what this smell is and why Edinburgh smells like this. To me, I think it's like sweet corn, like grilled sweet corn or something.
I don't get that smell. I know it smells of food everywhere to me, but I'm not sure
what food?
I can't tell what this smells like. It's like kind of bread or something.
It's not bread, it's like grilled sweet corn. It's weird, and I've smelled it for how many days we've been here? 2.5 days. I don't know why it smells like this, but everywhere does, and I'm really confused. Is this true? Before this starts, it's quite loud, so you might not be able to hear me, but we're in this room, this comedy in fact. As you can see, we are back in the hotel room after the comedy show. He was good, Tom Little, but it was a bit difficult to know which bits of his sort of forgetfulness and stuttering and erming was part of the act and which bit was just genuine because he hasn't done stand-up for a while because of COVID and stuff and that kind of stuff. But it was good, it was enjoyable, it was funny. You're supposed to wait till you're on the...
I thought he was really good, yeah. I thought part of that, even if it was an act, made it funny as well. So his stuttering and it seemed to be his persona, so I thought it was good.
And as you can see from Pete over there, we have the television on. We've just been to Tesco's to get a meal deal because obviously we had dinner earlier today. I am trying the KFC crisps for the first time. I know I'm extremely late to the party. But anyway, I'm going to sign off for today and then the next clip will be a new day. Hello and welcome to the next day, although technically not the next day. Yesterday was actually the day we went to the zoo, so if that video's already come out, I'll link it up here. If not, it's coming next. As today is another sort of exploring the Fringe, I thought I would keep these days together. I say exploring the Fringe, actually we're going to go and walk up Arthur's Seat for most of the morning, and then this evening we've got a show, maybe 2 shows to go and see. So that's what we're doing. We've had a bit of a slower, lazier start this morning. I'm personally not having the best night's sleep on the bed, so I am in bed for longer to try and make up for the sleep. Does that make sense? But anyway, so we're going to head off today, climb Arthur's Seat, and then we've got some shows to go and see. So come on. Here we are, Arthur's Seat. We are about to walk up. Path starts there.
Show them Arthur's Seat.
I have pointed.
Yeah, but they can't see that.
Pete is judging everything I'm doing today. He's shamed me for my crisp choice, and now he's telling me how to vlog, despite the fact that he has never made or edited a vlog.
Right. Hear me out. Okay, so you've got a meal deal, okay, and you have a selection of probably about 100 different types of crisps, and she picks ready salted Walkers.
I was in the mood for ready salted. He is Judgy McJudgerson today. I'm not here for it.
Let's walk.
Anyway, made it to the path. Let's see how this walk is. I think the internet said it would take about 2 hours up and down. So I don't assume it'd be that difficult. But I am also, still suffering back pain, so we shall see. So that is where we're heading. You may just about be able to make out all the little people on top there. We're about halfway, maybe a bit longer, and this is the view. We're having a bit of a stop because my heart rate is rather high. Now that I've got this fancy little Fitbit that tells me.
Yeah, to the face while you're Ow.
Moved it.
Yeah, fixing the face while you're there.
Look. My foot's hurting.
Let's get down on the boot and do it on time. Oh, for God's sakes.
So we did get to the top. It's just far too windy up there.
It's so windy. Just getting whipped in the face by Faye's hair.
The walk up, kind of steep, but reasonably easy. The bit to actually get to up the seat, more tricky, but it's kind of worked its way into steps, but it's all the rocks are a bit smooth and a little slippy.
If you're confident on your feet, I'd say it was fairly easy walk up.
I am not confident on my feet. So I have my trusty puller upper here. Which helps. Little fact about this bit was an old volcano. It's an extinct volcano. Can you
go off 350 million years ago?
There you go. Google it to get it correct, because Pete did look at it a couple of days ago. Maybe I got the numbers.
I am Google.
Did you just say you are Google? So that's kind of fun. Yeah, I'm not going to look at you while I vlog this bit because I'm still trying to walk down and, as I said, not stable on my feet. But stable enough that I can talk to you on the camera. You Googling?
Oh, it's pretty close, right? Hang on. 340 million years ago. I said 350.
Well, there you go. Last time the volcano
It said around, so it might have actually been 350 million years ago.
I believe that the castle is also on part of this volcano, but I might have made that up. But yeah, anyway, I need to now focus because we're getting to a bit more of a loose rock situation. I'm being nice, and we've come to a Thai restaurant for Pete.
I've wanted a massive curry for a while, so.
We've now got our starter, which is tempura prawns, which is mainly for me. That would be my duck.
So good.
Pete has his curry,
That's good.
but now he's confused because he doesn't know
I'm not confused.
what to do because he's got a plate, but he wants to put the rice in the curry.
I normally just stick it in there because I put it on a plate and I don't use a plate.
See, you're confused.
I'm not confused, it's just figuring out a problem.
So, you've just seen dinner, but there's this whole gap in the middle between half a seat and dinner that you don't know about. So I thought I'd fill you in. But I can't hold my camera because it's in a really awkward position. So after half a seat, what did we do?
I went to see that other Scottish comedian.
Yeah, he's called...
Found a random comedian online, kind of for the Fringe.
Yeah, he was part of the Free Fringe. He was called Obi?
Yep.
He was alright. Feel for comedians because they've obviously had like 18 months where they haven't gigged. So they haven't been able to try any material and stuff, and that's essentially what they're doing at the Fringe. But as a new Fringe goer, it's not a very good advertisement, I think. I just sort of expected things to be a bit more slick. Is that fair?
Yeah, maybe. I felt like when we went into that pub, Faye's like, "You sure it's the right place, Pete?" And you're going in, it looks a bit kind of shit. And I was like,
no, that wasn't the reason. It was because there was a
You
place...
made it sound like I don't want to go in there.
No, there was a place down the other end which had the number on it because I thought you said 156.
No, 161.
So I wasn't sure whether it was that place. It's got nothing to do with the state of the pub. I've been in far worse.
But no, it's quite good. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, but the pub person said that they seem quite busy this year because there's less acts on. So I think pubs are filling up more because it's a similar amount of people probably. Maybe not. Maybe it's less people still, but
I reckon there's probably less people.
But there's still way less acts. So people who are like nobodies or whatever are still filling up because.
Yeah. So like he was full bar like one seat.
Yeah.
I mean the place wasn't big. But
People.
I think he's probably shocked that he's filling out on a Thursday afternoon, whereas normally I guess he probably wouldn't. And I wonder whether as you get further into it, because obviously the Fringe is on for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. I wonder whether more acts appear because they've seen things going well. Kind of, I don't know.
Maybe.
So we did that. We had a brownie at Mimi's Bakehouse, which was very nice, but that's besides the point. And then we went to see Nina Conti at the Assembly Gardens theatre thing, which is one of the bigger ones where the bigger names go, I believe. But as I said, I am a complete Fringe novice. I don't really know what I'm talking about. But she was really good. She was really funny.
She's so clever. Like, it's genuinely brilliant. Like, actually so, like, genuinely really clever. Just more talented than clever, actually. Both, really.
So she's a ventriloquist, basically, a comedic ventriloquist. But part of her act is that she gets, like, what do you call them?
Massive face masks with, like, robotic mouths. And she can press the mouth.
She, like, straps it to the person in the audience, and then she is the ventriloquist doing the voice and stuff. I would recommend checking her out online, because that's how I'd heard of her. I think I saw her on like Live at the Apollo or something and found her really funny, and then happened across the fact that she was performing while we were here, which is why we went. But yeah, that one did make me laugh until my jaw hurt.
Yeah, same.
So although the ticket was, slightly more expensive than some of the others, well worth it, I think.
Yep, definitely. It wasn't even that expensive, so well worth it.
But that's sort of the wrap up for the day. Obviously we then went for the Thai curry. Pete loved it. Mine was a bit too peppery, but Thai places are always a bit dicey with me because I'm an extremely fussy eater. Yeah,
it was really good. Yeah, very nice.
This is going to be the end of the video because we're now going to eat chocolate bars and I'm going to finish a book because that's how we roll on a Thursday night. So if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.